Whispers in the Woods, a tale of betrayal and survival. Chapter 1. The Reunion. The small town of Northdale, nestled deep in the frigid wilderness of Alaska, was renowned for its breathtaking beauty and chilling mysteries. It had been 15 long years since Ted, Ryan, and Paul graduated from the local high school, but the bonds of their friendship remained strong. The trio had shared countless adventures together, and now they were reuniting at a secluded cabin in the heart of the woods to relive their glory days. The old wooden cabin stood as a nostalgic reminder of their youth, surrounded by towering pine trees and blanketed in a thick layer of snow. As the friends entered, they were greeted by the creaking of the floorboards, which seemed to echo the weight of their memories. The cabin, once a place of warmth and laughter, now felt eerie and foreboding. Ted, the adventurous soul of the group, immediately set out to explore their surroundings. He ventured into the depths of the woods, while Ryan and Paul busied themselves with unpacking supplies and stoking the fire. The cold Alaska air crept into their bones, reminding them of the harsh realities beyond the cabin walls. As the evening settled in, the friends gathered around the fireplace, exchanging stories of their lives since they last met. Laughter filled the room, temporarily dispelling the unease that hung in the air. But beneath the surface, tension simmered, fueled by the weight of their shared secret. Chapter 2. A Haunting Discovery. The next morning, Ryan stumbled upon an old newspaper tucked away in a dusty drawer. The faded headline sent shivers down his spine. Mysterious homicide shakes Northdale community. The article chronicled the murder of a local resident, Mary Sullivan, 15 years ago, the same year they graduated from high school. As the friends delved deeper into the newspaper's yellowed pages, they discovered a chilling revelation. Mary Sullivan had been brutally murdered in the very cabin they now occupied. Her killer was never caught, and the case had long grown cold. The revelation sent shockwaves through the group, shattering their fragile illusion of their idyllic reunion. Questions swirled in their minds, intertwining their lives with the unsolved murder. How had they never known? Had they unwittingly stumbled into a twisted game of fate? Chapter 3. Unraveling Secrets. In a desperate search for answers, Ted, Ryan, and Paul decided to retrace their steps that fateful year. They visited familiar places, rekindling memories and interrogating their past. In the process, they unearthed buried secrets and long-held grudges that had festered over the years. Each friend had a motive, an ulterior motive, hidden from the others. Ted had always been envious of Ryan's success, yearning to reclaim the spotlight he had once shared. Ryan, burdened by guilt, had been haunted by the night of Mary's murder and wanted to bury the past. Paul, the quiet observer, had been gathering evidence, convinced of one of his friends held the key to the mystery. As the tension escalated, the reunion transformed into a battle of wits and survival. Trust evaporated, replaced by suspicion and paranoia. The cabin, once a sanctuary, became a prison of their own making. Chapter 4. A Twisted Endgame. On the final night, with a blizzard raging outside, the friends confronted one another. Accusations flew through the air like shards of ice, piercing their already frayed bonds. The truth, distorted by the time and deceit, had become a weapon to be wielded against one another. In a cruel twist of fate, Ted discovered an envelope hidden beneath the floorboards. Its contents shattered the fragile truce between the friends. Inside were photographs of that fateful night, each one capturing the moment that connected them to Mary Sullivan's murder. The truth was undeniable, and the weight of their actions bore down upon them. Ted's hands trembled as he confronted his friends, holding the damning evidence aloft. "We're all connected to this," he whispered, his voice laced with despair. "One of us is responsible for Mary's death." The realization hung heavy in the air, suffocating their once inseparable bond. Each friend's gaze shifted from the photographs to one another, searching for guilt and deceit. Shadows danced on the walls, mirroring the darkness that had consumed their friendship. Ryan, his face pale, was the first to speak. "I can't remember anything from that night. It's all a blur. But I swear I had nothing to do with her death." Paul, his eyes were filled with determination, stepped forward. "I've spent years piecing together the puzzle. There are inconsistencies in our stories. Someone is lying. I won't rest until I uncover the truth." Ted's heart pounded in his chest as he struggled to reconcile the memories with the evidence before him. The once unbreakable bond of friendship now teetered on the edge of destruction. Chapter 5. An Unexpected Revelation. Desperation clung to the cabin walls as the storm outside raged on. In the face of imminent danger, the friends realized that their survival depended on unraveling the truth. They delved into the memories, retracing their steps on that haunted night, hoping to uncover a hidden fragment that would shed light on Mary Sullivan's murder. As their memories intertwined, a startling revelation emerged. A forgotten fourth friend, a name etched in the recesses of their minds, resurfaced. Michael Dawson. He had vanished mysteriously shortly after Mary's murder, leaving no trace behind. The realization struck like lightning, illuminating the dark corners of their memories. Michael Dawson, the forgotten friend, had been a part of their lives. He was the missing piece of the puzzle, the shadow lurking in the depths of their collective guilt. Chapter 6. The Final Confrontation. With renewed determination, Ted, Ryan, and Paul embarked on a treacherous journey to find Michael Dawson. Following rumors and whispers, they ventured into the unforgiving wilderness of Alaska, the bitter cold gnawing at their resolve. Days turned into nights as they tracked Michael's last known location, a remote cabin deep in the woods. Fear mingled with anticipation as they pushed through the dense undergrowth, the silence broken only by their labored breaths and the crunch of the snow beneath their boots. Finally, they stood before the cabin, its windows staring blankly into the frozen landscape. With hearts pounding, they cautiously stepped inside, their breath forming icy plumes in the frigid air. What they found inside sent a shiver down their spines. The cabin, once cozy and warm, had been transformed into a shrine of obsession. Photographs of Mary Sullivan adorned the walls, her face captured in various stages of fear and anguish. The room exuded a sense of twisted devotion, a chilling testament to the depth of Michael's madness. And then, as if on cue, a figure emerged from the shadows. Michael Dawson, their long-lost friend, stood before them, his eyes filled with a deranged fervor. "You come," he hissed, his voice tainted with madness. "You've come to pay for your sins." Chapter 7. A Surprise Ending. In a heart-pounding moment, the friends found themselves face to face with the embodiment of their nightmares, Michael Dawson, consumed by obsession and driven to the brink of insanity, stood before them as the orchestrator of the torment. Ted, Ryan, and Paul exchanged terrified glances, their shared history unraveling in a shocking twist. Michael revealed that he had been witness to Mary Sullivan's murder that fateful night. Hiding in the shadows, he had seen the truth, but fear kept him silent all these years. But Michael's twisted mind had warped his perception of reality. In his delusion, he believed that the only way to seek justice was to draw out the truth through a battle for survival. He wanted to force his friends to confront their darkest secrets, paying for their sins in blood. A tense standoff ensued as the friends grappled with their impending fate. The howling winds outside mirrored the storm raging within their souls. Fear mingled with anger, betrayal, and regret, creating a toxic concoction of emotions. In a daring moment of clarity, Ted, Ryan, and Paul realized that their survival depended on unity. They needed to put aside their differences, their past grievances, and confront the true threat before them, Michael Dawson, and the darkness that had consumed him. Summoning their courage, the friends formed an unexpected alliance. They unleashed a torrent of memories, exposing their vulnerabilities and secrets, tearing down the walls that had separated them for so long. In that moment of vulnerability, they found strength, forging a bond stronger than ever before. With a united front, they confronted Michael, pleading with him to let go of his twisted quest for revenge. They urged him to face the truth, to find solace in forgiveness, but Michael, consumed by madness, refused to relent. In the final climatic showdown, the friends fought against Michael, their lives hanging in the balance. The struggle was fierce, the lines between friend and foe blurred in the chaos. In the end, it was Ted who delivered the final blow, incapacitating Michael and ending the nightmarish ordeal. As silence settled in the cabin, the weight of their shared burden lifted. Ted, Ryan, and Paul stood together, their bond forged through the crucible of survival. They had uncovered the truth, confronted their demons, and emerged victorious. But the price they had paid was steep, their friendship forever scarred by the horrors they had endured. In the aftermath, the three friends returned to the cabin, staring at the remnants of their shattered reunion. The storm outside subsided, leaving behind a calmness that mirrored the newfound peace within their hearts. They made a silent pact, vowing to keep their shared secret locked away in the depths of their memories. The scars ran deep, but they chose to focus on the strength that they had found within themselves and the enduring bonds that, despite the darkness, still held the power to heal. And so Ted, Ryan, and Paul left the cabin in the woods, forever changed by their harrowing experience. The town of Northdale, Alaska, remained oblivious to the secrets buried in its past, while the three friends carried the weight of their shared history, forever bound by a secret they would take to their graves.